Do you want to grow your supplement brand, or are you a marketing manager that needs help to grow their supplement brand and want to make, tenfold or whatever? This is Levels Nutrition, Levels Protein. They're a big brand. They've been around the block many times. They are currently hiring a lifecycle marketing manager because they want to improve their LTV, their CAC, cost per acquisition, cost per customer. So let's dive into this and look at this site and see what adjustments they could make to improve their brand. I've worked with a lot of supplement companies and took them from 0 to 100,000 plus a month club. So let's dive into it from advertising, SEO, social media, and all that great stuff. So first thing I always do is we want to look at the website, kind of go through it and see what's going on here. The best thing with a good website is it tells a good story. They have the spiel with the cow, the bull, their founding fathers, all that stuff. So it's unique. It's all that. It's, nothing major. Doesn't really tell a huge story about why their protein is better than others. And this sits home with me a little bit more than others because this is actually the protein powder I use and I really enjoy it. I think it's a great protein because it's real clean, quality ingredients and all that great stuff, but it doesn't really tell that story right up front. So that's something I think they could do better because at the end of the day, when you tell a good story, it always beats good selling. Obviously, when it comes to marketing, you got to attract, convert, and retain. They do a good job with that. Sometimes just a simple redesign of your website can dramatically improve the percentage from changing it to more simplified, more call to action, and so forth. Obviously, they're selling a product. This is a brand. They're selling a product. People know it's a protein. If they want good quality protein, they can do that. But I don't think people understand how good and quality this protein is right off the bat. And I think you could do a better job telling that story. I don't think people get that from a new customer standpoint. For new customer acquisition, there's that. Obviously, people know protein and they research protein and they understand ingredients. They might be more of aware, and that's where your customers' demographics probably lay. But let's dive into it a little bit more detail. So when you first come in here, let's take this thing. Let's check this out. This is a page speed analysis. This is another tool, GTmetrix. They're both going to run analysis on the site. So you got mobile and desktop, something you want to look at. So the speed of the site is a big thing, and it's super important because a slow loading site will dramatically decrease conversions. So is it mobile friendly? Is that something you want to address? Website speed, right here you can see you have about 5 seconds to engage your customers before they leave your website. 1 in 4 people will abandon a website if takes longer than 4 seconds to load. And this is decreasing all the time. Peak load time for conversions is less than 2 seconds. For every 1 second speed improvement to the Amazon website, conversions increase by 2%. So Amazon spends massive amounts of money to try to increase conversions because obviously it's an e-commerce store. They're trying to get your business. So this little chart says everything about how important it is to have a fast loading website, make it user friendly. Obviously this breaks it down again based off of how fast it loads. 1.9 conversion, 3.3, 1.5, 4.2 seconds, less than 1%, 5. So extremely important to get that dialed in. So let's pull that up here. You can see here, this is the mobile site of it. You come in here, performance. So this is not good. 55, 0 out of 4. First content comes up in 2.4 seconds. Speed index is 13.7 seconds. Obviously, there's a bunch of things in here. This free tool on Google will tell you on what you can adjust and improve. Desktop. Normally, desktop is much better. Obviously, it is at 76 versus 55, but still 4.3. Something that needs to be addressed, and these things can be fixed. This is not hard for a web designer to come in and fix these things. So right off the bat, GTmetrix does the same thing. They actually give you a grade based off of this. So that's an E. That's the worst grade. Largest content, 10 seconds. 10.1 seconds, so forth. It used to show all these other details, but it just kind of gives a general guideline of like, hey, how fast does this site load? And this is obviously because they have a big image or a video playing, all that. And my question is like, is that image or video very valuable to drive customers to get them to purchase, especially new customers? Okay, so now that we got the speed of the site down, now it's important to look at like tracking. Are they tracking? So this is obviously a Shopify store. You can do and look at use a website called Built With This, and you can find out how the site is built, all that great stuff. But we want to check into tracking things. Are they doing advertising? Are they using tag assistance? Are they using Google Analytics? You can pull that stuff up. Are they using the Facebook pixel? All right, like UT8 tags. Where is this free tool called the Facebook Pixel Helper? I normally do have it on my computer. There you go. It's called the Metapixel Helper. So you have this on here. So is that pulling up? Or no pixels are running on there? So it's super important that all this stuff is set up correctly. Let's see if they have a subdomain here and all that. So very important. If you can't track a purchase and it doesn't show that there are tags installed on here, you can also just do view page source, and you can check in like here, Google site tag, Google shopping feed, right? So obviously that's in there. Meta, Facebook. Pixel here. So Facebook, right? You can check some of this out. So you can see what tags are installed. Obviously the tools used to be better. They show more details, but those are something you always want to check, because if you are running ads, and they are running ads, that you need to see that ad in the return on investment or the ROAS based off of what you're spending. If I spend $1,000, do I get $2,000 back? Do I break even? If I spend $1,000, do I get any money back? So super important that if you know how to run ads, you are constantly trying to game that system so you get a 1-to-1 match. So at least every dollar you spend, you make back. So it's free advertising at that point. But you want to get 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Obviously, that's what it takes to be a really good advertiser. So you can pull that in, and you can see in here. Obviously, I can't look at the Google ads on Levels Nutrition, but I can guess. You can see in here there's 28 ads they're running on Meta. This is a free thing. You can pull up any website to see if they're running ads. Facebook Ads Library. Come in here and you can check how many ads are running. My question is obviously, out of these 28 results, are they actually converting? Are they getting good ROAS? Can you minimize some of these ads and make adjustments? Some of these ads have been running 2026, 2026, 26, May, June. So these are fairly new ads in here. Since February, this one's been going. So obviously this one at Costco is hopefully working well and converting. But you have to look at those numbers. That's what a good marketing manager will do. They break that down in it. Obviously, we consult, we work with companies, all that stuff, to make sure they're running the best ads to get the best bang for their buck. Once you get in that, so you can track all those details from Facebook Pixel Helper, and then Google Tag Analysis. Do they have Google Analytics? Do they have shopping tags set up? So this will tell a story. This is obviously GA4. They run all that stuff, and so with GA4 you can see how many clicks you're getting, how long people are spending on the site, what are they clicking on first. All those details will tell that story and give you more data to be able to make better decisions. Some general things on their website that I always notice right off the bat of how user-friendly is it? They can try a sample, all that in here. You notice ambassadors are a big thing. They have a lot of people talking about them and promoting their brands. But if you look at ambassadors, you're going to see down here bottom right, if I click on this is just an email. So it just goes to an email. There should be a form that they fill out that is automated. They get information. Same with influencers, wholesale, same thing. Careers, press, it's all emails. So then that means somebody has to manage all those emails. So it puts a lot more work. You should probably automate this process. I'm assuming they have a CRM that they can dive into and connect with somebody in, but more people have to manage that. So I'd work on automating that, making it more effective than just an email address. Same thing with like you have, rewards. This pops up, what are the rewards? You can join now, signs in. Let's see, it goes to Levels Protein account authentication thing in here, and you can do with the shop app. But yeah, so I just streamline those things to make them more effective. So you're driving, because I'm assuming they're running ads to get ambassadors and get more influencers to promote their brand. That's such a powerful tool now with advertisement. You don't have to just run ads yourself. You can get influencers to do it for you. And if they have a voice in the community and a larger demographic, obviously they're going to promote your brand more, which is important for any brand for that matter. So now that we've talked about that, ads, let's kind of dive into the social media. Certain things, obviously, before we get there, you got how to create a sales funnel. If it's a product, we're trying to drive people to products to purchase. So when they can come in here, you can see right off the bat, most people will come in, they probably subscribe to the emails that don't suck. So they're trying to get them, they offer a 15% discount. This is good. This is somewhat what you'd consider a lead magnet. Is it a good one? No, not really. A quality lead magnet would be something that really engages customers more effectively, and you give first. Understanding the audience, if you are aware of your audience, where it's in detail, their goals, their values, what information they consume, what type of person they are. This is a customer avatar, the challenges they have, their pain points, objectives. Then you can start really designing an offer more effectively, making it irresistible and providing that value first. When you just have a little sign up form like a newsletter, there's not much value up front. They're not getting anything. They don't feel rewarded. So you get less conversions that way. When you have more things, like obviously the abundance scale, like you got to give to receive. You got to solve their problems, build authority, credibility, trust, and get them to like you first. How are we serving clients today? So offer examples, right? Something as simple as like join a free 30-day green smoothie challenge. This is a great one. It gets people into it. So you can do a challenge. Obviously with the supplement industry, we know what oh man, I'm drawing a blank on Bill Phillips and was it EAS supplements, what they did with the weight loss challenge and the 60-day challenge. I think it was a 60-day challenge to lose weight, and they did the whole book on supplements that got everybody to buy all their products. That was probably the most revolutionary marketing things through the supplement industry and all that. There's other things you can do online with challenges and lead magnets that really drive that more effectively, like free training sessions, how to build large email lists and an audience from scratch. Like these things really convert. 11 advanced SEO hacks, how to get 30, 50 high ticket coaching consulting clients every single month, predictability. So the whole point of that is that offer drives emails, and people want that. They want that information. So once they get that information, now you can follow up, email them, push them to the product, nurture them, provide quality information, make it fun, entertaining, push them back to your social media channels, nurture them over time, and build a relationship. Obviously, you can do that through chatbots, you can do that texting. There's all forms of different types of advertising. At the end of the day, it's just getting the best cost per acquisition. How little can we spend to get a conversion that converts into an actual customer? There's Facebook, there's Google on how to do that. There's tons of different ads you can run, from video ads, mobile ads, desktop ads, article type ads, and feed ads, retargeting things. So when people go to your site, you can follow them everywhere across the web. And then of course you can A/B test every little detail to know, like, this sales funnel, this email, this landing page converted at 23%, and we made an adjustment to it. And now the next one is converting at 37%. So that's how you can really drive more customers in your door. It's really, the same across the board from a strategy standpoint, but there's a million ways to skin a cat. So like, how do you want to do it? Do you want to run a challenge? Do you want to run lead offers? Do you want to capture their emails first, build a relationship, and then try to sell them? Or do you just want to go direct to sell by providing that quality information up front, right? Obviously, I don't think they're really trying to drive the sample thing here. A sample's still like 10, 11, 12 bucks versus I think what is their cheapest protein on here? A 1 pound thing is 25 bucks. So it's like, nah, if this really wants to be a loss leader, as in like they break even on this should be way less for people to try it. Maybe just try one flavor versus 3 flavors. It's like, personally speaking, like I don't want any of these flavors. I only want chocolate, right? And can I purchase that? And can I just get, it for a few bucks or given away to me so I can try it and now I become a customer? Like, for example, I've been purchasing from this brand for quite some time now, where I've bought literally 5-10 containers at a time. Obviously, I typically go with the 5-pounder. 10-pounder is just so massive. Too much, takes way too much space up. But diving into social media, obviously social media. So on their site in here, they have tons of reviews. So that's good. Obviously good quality flavors. And like I said, nothing fake ever. So I think they don't really do it justice on the website to really talk about zero junk, ridiculous taste. So this is a great headline in here. A scoop that stacks up. Obviously here, artificial protein powders, talk about 24 grams, 6 to 8 ingredients, 0 artificial flavors, certified clean, 0 fillers, 0 dyes. So this is really good, but I don't think people really understand why that matters or how to even check to see if their protein powder has all these things. So if you understand nutrition, you can actually look at a label and see the fillers based off of the gram content that's in it. And looking at it, and I'm not going to dive into that, how to do that. That's a whole nutritional segment. But then let's go into the social media aspect of this. Like, how is their social media performing? So when we pull up their Facebook, so we look in here, they have 5,000 plus followers, 13 following. So in here, their latest post, just me and the hairnet batch at the thing. So with 5,000 people following, one thing they notice is, yeah, they have a video, but they got 2 likes, 2 little thumbs up, no comments. So there's not much engagement going on. Cowley's routine, not complicated, just consistent, right? Again, no comments, no engagement levels. Customer feedback on favorite genre and here. So 5 comments here. So better, but they're not really getting their audience. And I get it. People don't comment that much, but they will if you make this more engaging. Obviously, sex sells. There's different things you can do with that. There's other ways that you can make things more engaging. This one only got 1 comment. This got 19 comments. So you look at the data, see what's going on, see how you can get more engagement on that. So that's how you can really work on doing social media. Again, it's all numbers and data. You can do all the math. If you look at X here, you can see that they really don't use X on this. They haven't posted much really at all. So if you don't really use a social media account, you probably shouldn't have it listed. You should probably just remove that from your website because it's not one that you promote that often. Because social media now for websites or brands, they're basically like a popularity content. People are going to go and this is going to build you credibility. So if you don't have anything on X, you don't really have any credibility on X. So if you want to start doing that, you should start doing that. Obviously, that's another channel to manage, but you can post all the same content and at least it's going to drive it than having nothing. So I would err on the side of saying don't put it on here if you're not really driving things, customers to it, and it's not really something there you're trying to build your brand with and putting the time and effort into it. And I get it. It's a lot to manage every social media account on there, and I don't recommend it for most brands. Start with one, get really good at it, and then start growing it from there. Obviously, it depends on if you're a small brand and the budget that you have that you can do it. Obviously, Instagram, they do well, 73,000 followers. On here, you can see all this. their posts, which one engages more on that. So again, you should take all this data in, upload it, look at it, see which one gets more likes, more views, and then grow from there. Obviously, you have your images, your reels. You can see which gets the most views and develop a strategy from there. Don't give up just because things aren't working. It takes time to build a following. It takes time to build a brand. So if you're just a brand new supplement store and you don't have the level of levels following, it does take time, and it takes ability to be patient and analyze what's working and what's not working, trim the fat, and make adjustments from there. On here, you can see 614 followers, level followings. So they have different things in here. All right, like you notice workouts, levels protein, advice. So they could get more people probably upping that. They have YouTube. Obviously, they're running Google ads because this is 1.5 million views, almost a million, and 3.6 million views. So they're driving ads to all these. My question is, are they actually getting customers from this ad? It is a typical ad where they're trying to go after like the Better Shave Club or Beard Shave Club for men and those types of ads, or Sasquatch. And they can work on that, but again, they have no other content in here, so people don't see much. They have some shorts in here, but you can take your content from Instagram and put it on here. You need to definitely bulk up your YouTube if you're going to spend money here and drive customers there. Obviously, like I said, if you're running ads in here for these things, I would look at that ROAS and make sure that's converting and that those ads are worthwhile. Granted, not all ads are going to just be for converting to customers. They're going to take a while to convert. You have to build awareness. So there's different campaigns you do, from awareness to targeting to direct purchase, all that. Then you have levels. You have 14,000 followers on TikTok. Obviously, they spend a lot more time on here. You can, again, do research on what's doing well, what's the most popular, but you have all these videos here. No reason why you shouldn't be posting these on YouTube right off the bat. And then obviously you have content that you guys work on and create on a regular basis. So I'd start, again, posting to all the channels and not just one. If you're listing them on the site, put all that content there. It's a protein powder. It's okay if it's duplicated. Then you have LinkedIn. Obviously, you have 10,000 plus followers on that. So that's good. You actually get a little bit more engagement based off of your LinkedIn posts from there. So a lot of this is you guys are hiring a bunch of people on that regarding on jobs. So that's why you're probably getting a lot more people interested in your post, because obviously people want a job. And it'd be awesome to work with Levels if you're into fitness and wellness and all that stuff. Like I said, like they're a great product, they're a great brand. I really enjoy them. Here's my Amazon. You can see how many times I've purchased from them. I purchase bulk orders typically when Prime hits, because they lower the price a good $15-20. So you get the best deal there. But you can see their Amazon obviously is a great thing. They have massive reviews, over 1,400, almost 5-star reviews on that. Next, let's go into SEO and look at the SEO. This is a tool, SEMrush. Obviously, it's a paid tool, but you can look at all the different things, and their SEO is what's really crushing it here and doing them a really good job. From their rank here, you can look at their top organic rankings. There's a ton of things you can do with this tool. I'm just going to go real quickly in here, but like protein shakes before bed, position, keto-friendly nuts, Levels protein powder, casein protein powder, does MCT oil break a fast? So keto diet nuts, that's a good, interesting one. And then it just goes in, so you can look at all their positions. So they do a really good job with their SEO, which helps them a ton move the needle, because they have a lot of #1 rankings. They have a ton of traffic. You can see from an organic standpoint, the growth over the years. on that. You can do desktop to mobile, but you can just see from, let's go 2 years time on this, or all time. So obviously they started around, back in January of 17. They've started to grow it, and here it's really started to pick up traction. They've had some, lulls. It's starting to actually decrease based off of what's going on. And my guess is they're just not really pushing that brand more. Eventually they get caught up with a lot of competitors and so forth. But this is, like I said, a really awesome tool that kind of breaks things down and what they're doing from an SEO standpoint. And I don't want to dive into too much. Obviously, if you have this tool, you can see that. But like low weight, high reps, they're ranking 3. So for a protein supplement brand, this is a phenomenal thing that they're ranking for, because that's going to drive people who are interested and see their protein. So it builds trust and credibility and positioning in the marketplace, because you're the one educating them on specific things related to exercise. And Levels grass-fed whey protein, that's a big one, right? Number 2, which obviously gets massive amounts of traffic on those ones. That is kind of a nutshell of what I would talk about and how to grow a supplement company, and details in there. And like I said, there's tons of different strategies on how to grow from the social media aspect, the advertising aspect, from across all channels, from Google to Microsoft to Meta. Obviously don't have access to those accounts to really dive into like how to make those adjustments. But if you're just starting out and you're a new protein brand, one of the best things you can do is try to create an irresistible offer to drive people into an email funnel, and then start marketing them to them. But I'd also work on telling a better story with what they have, right? Like this brand, because I know about them pretty well, because obviously I like their products and I use their products, that they really have to drive with the grass-fed, the quality of the whey, how there's really no artificial flavors, and how clean it is. It's not much fillers, but I don't think most people really know what fillers are in protein. So I think that could be a great video. There's so much content you can do. Obviously, I came from a fitness background and grew multiple fitness companies. And so I know this industry inside and out. But they're obviously doing some great things. I don't want to talk poorly about them. They're at the top of their level when it comes to their brand and their protein powder and all that. So kudos to them. Good stuff. But hopefully this was helpful for other companies. Levels, if you want to reach out, happy to chat more and dive into this in more detail, help you guys out and grow your brand. I'm a big fan, obviously. And so here's to everybody, and hopefully this was helpful. I'll do other companies as well, and hopefully you guys can learn from this and on how you can grow yours, and make more money. That's the game, isn't it, when it comes to business? All right, well, hope this was helpful. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best.